Hi everyone, this is Anjali. Welcome to the channel, and today we are going to do slicing. So, the most awaited topic, we discussed that we will be doing slicing together on list, tuple, and strings because the concept of slicing is same whether you're working on list or you're working on tuples or you're working on strings. So, slicing basically means cutting into parts, right? So, when you generally use the term slicing, you are slicing a fruit or you're slicing something else. That means you're cutting into pieces, right? Now, how do we cut a list or a tuple or a string into pieces over here? So, slicing basically has basic syntax that you write the name of the variable, whatever it is, list, tuple, or string. So, you write the variable name, put the square brackets, and you have to pass three things. You can pass three things, that is start, stop, and step, similar to the range function we had in for loop, right? So we give start, we give stop, we give step. But these are not compulsory. Like you can skip things out of it. For example, I can skip step. So if I skip step, by default, it is 1. For example, let me take a list. Let's say I have a list having these numbers. So if this is my list having 7 elements in it, now I write A 2 colon 5. Now here 2 is the start and 5 is the stop. I have not mentioned step over here. So by default, it will take step as 1. Okay. So now it's going to fetch the elements from position 2 to position 5. Now position 2 is this. So first value in my slice will be 30. Then I'll have the value from position 3, that is 40. I will have the value from position 4, but I will not have the value from position 5. That is the upper limit. And as we do in range here also, the upper limit is going to be excluded. We're not going to take it. So we will only get 30, 40, 50, right? So slicing will never pick the upper index. Always remember that. So we have 30, 40, 50. That is index 2, 3, 4. Another way to remember this is you can just subtract the start from the stop. So 5 minus 2, that means 3. So you're going to fetch only 3 elements from the list, right? So likewise, I can give any starting position. I can write, say, 1 colon anything 3. So if I write 1 colon 3, I will be getting only 20 and 30. That is position 1 and 2. Now there is an option that I skip the start. I just write A colon 3. Now A colon 3, I have not given anything for start, not mentioned the step. So step by default is 1, but if you don't mention the start, by default the start is 0. So if we don't mention the start, it's taken as 0. So it's going to start from the position 0. So I'll be getting 10, 20, 30. 3 will not be taken because that's the ending position. Okay. Similar way, you can give the starting position and leave the stop. So I can write 4 colon. So that means I have to start from 4. But where do I have to end? I haven't mentioned it. So if I don't mention where we need to end, so it will go till the end of the list. Okay. So here your answer will be starting from position 4, whatever set of elements you have after that. So it will start from position 4 and it will go till the end. So starting from position 4, whatever I have till the end, I will get that. Okay. So I'm getting 50, 60, 70 over here. So that's how we get the values. Now you have seen that how it works when we give start and stop, how it works if we skip start, how it works if I skip stop. Now, I can give step. I can write a 1 colon 6 colon 2. That means I have to start from position 1 and we need to go with a gap of 2. So starting from position 1, I'll get 20. Then the next value I have to fetch will not be from position 2, it will be from position 3. Why? Because it was 1 initially and then the step is 2. So step 2 means the next position will be 3. At position 3, I have 40. Next position will be 5, that is 60. Next position will be 7, which is not there in my list. So it's not there in my list, so I'll stop. And the answer is 10, 40, 60. You can even write 1 colon 6 colon 3. In that case, I'll get whatever we have at 1. And then I'll get whatever we have at position 4 because 1 plus 3 is 4. So we will get 1 plus 3, 4. And 4 plus 3 is 7. That is not in the list. So answer will be only 20, 50. Understood? So this is slicing. It is very simple and very interesting topic. And the slicing is not only can go in forward direction, it can go in backward direction as well. You can fetch in different ways that I'll show you how we work on it. For example, I want in reverse order. So I want from 5 to 2. And then the step has to be -1 over here. Okay, so your step needs to be -1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. So it will give you 60, 50, 40. So it's 5, 4, 3. 2 we will not fetch because ending index we will never fetch. So we will fetch 5, 4, 3, but will not fetch 2 because we have to stop at 2. So we're not going to stop at 2. We'll stop 1 before that. So it's 60, 50, 40 will be your answer. If I write colon colon, so this means the complete list. So it basically copies your list. It creates another copy of the list, right? In case of strings and tuples, this thing does not matter much because the string and tuples are immutable. Immutable means you cannot make any changes in that, right? But in case of a list, we can modify a list, right? So if you write B is equal to A and you modify B2 to something, you will see that the same changes are done in your original list as well. Okay, but if you have done it this way, that means I have made a copy of the list and I have put it in C. If you make changes in C now, then it will not get reflected in A. So that's the difference in copying with just writing the name of the list or writing it as a slice. So this makes a copy, and then two lists are considered as separate lists. But in this case, A and B will refer to the same list. This is not creating a copy, right? So this thing is important. You should keep in mind, right? Then if we come back to slicing, when we come back to slicing, uh, okay, let's say, yeah, that's fine. I just need the list. Okay. So let's say we have this list only. Now, if you write it this way, you get a copy. But if you write -1 here, then I'll get the list in reverse order. So -1 means step is -1. So we will go right to left. We'll get it like this. If you write colon colon 2, that means I need a complete list with a gap of 2. So we'll start from 10, 30, 50, 70 with a gap of 2. If you write colon colon -2, it will start from the end. So it will be 70, 50, 30, 10, you know. So this is how we can slice either ways, right? So these are the different ways we can slice. Even you would see something like this that might confuse you if I write 2 colon -2. Now, this is like confusing for many of the students. Like if I'm writing 2 colon -2, so exactly is it going in negative order or it's going in positive? See, step is not mentioned here. If you see clearly, so we have start, we have stop, we don't have step here. So since step is not there, that means it's positive one. Positive one means we're going from left to right. So we're going from left to right. That is for sure. Step is 1. You have to start from position 2. Position 2 is this. So I'm going to start from 30. So I'm going to start from 30 and -2 is which position? If you take negative indexing, -2 is 60. So it will give you 30, 40, 50. So starting is 2. So you will mark the position. You will mark the ending position also as per the negative indexing. And from the starting to the ending position, pick the values excluding the ending position. So ending position is not going to be included in your result. So this is slicing, and the slicing can come on list, on tuples, as well as on strings. For example, if I write A is equal to computer science, right? And I write here print A 3 colon 6. And you have to tell what will be the output. So 0, 1, 2, 3 from 3, 4, 5. So this will be the output for this. So it could be anything like that. It could be like they give you step, which could be 3, 4 or something. Like I give you a 1 colon and I leave the ending value and I write here 4. So you have to tell this. So this is going to be O 4. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be T. Then 5 plus 4 will be 9. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is capital S. Then 9 plus 4 is 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is N. So this will be your output. So something like this will be given, which you might find difficult by just a glance, but it's actually not difficult. You just have to see the positions and accordingly get the value and write it down. So slicing is very interesting, and you just need to understand the concept of start, stop, and step. And always remember, if the step is not given, it's 1. That means we have to fetch characters from left to right. But if you get it as a negative value of step. So if you have given negative value of step, the values will be fetched from right to left. So this has to be taken care of whether we have to go left to right or we have to go right to left. So these are the slicing things. To practice these questions, I have been uploading many MCQs based on Python. So you can check it on the channel. There would be many questions which you can practice, and you will be getting more sample papers and all uploaded on the channel. So keep practicing such questions. If you see any question based on slicing or anything else for that reason, so whenever you see a question which you're not able to solve, which you can't understand, feel free to post it in the comments below. So whenever you have a doubt, post it in the comments and I'll try my level best to get back to you as soon as possible. So that is it for this video. If you found it useful, hit that like button, share it with all your friends, and subscribe the channel, right? That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one with the topic dictionaries in Python. Bye for now. Take care.